What? Now that's fucked up. Don't even ask me? Don't even ask. Please calm down, Isaiah. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Fuck you, Dad, yet again. Hey there, good people, it's your Crippled Critic, and this week I want to do a Let's Play of a game called Katawa Shoujo. Now, that roughly translates to Disability Girls. You may not know what this game is. It's a dating sim, kind of, about a guy with a heart condition that gets to go to this school full of disabled people. You have to be disabled to go. And the idea is you meet new girls who all have different kinds of disabilities and possibly date them. Now, this sounds a little weird, I know, and it could be like potentially exploitative, but I've actually heard a lot of really cool things about this game from disabled people who say that they do a great job of making disabled characters seem more realistic because of their likes and dislikes and flaws, and actually really flesh them out more than most games ever even try. So I do want to try this because it sounds really interesting and strange. It was made by a bunch of people on 4chan, if you can believe that. This is a 4chan game, which is so crazy. You know, you don't think of 4chan as, you know, creatively thinking, really, at least when it comes to games. But, I mean, think weirder things have happened. Dream Daddy was made by, you know, the team of Game Grumps and Ego Raptor, and that turned out to be actually a pretty serious gay dating sim, so I'm open-minded. So let's take a look. I think we can disable adult content because A, it's not allowed on YouTube, and B, they're teenage girls. I don't want to see that. No offense to anybody who does. Let's take a look. I've already turned down the music. I hope this is good. I tried testing it out. There's some gamepad key mapping. Let's see if those are any like customizable accessibility options. I hope, because this is a dating sim and basically just point and click text-based game, I hope that the mouse is the only thing I need. I assume that. We'll find out. But that's why I have the game in windowed mode, so I could possibly use the on-screen keyboard if I need to. So let's jump in. Snow falling. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The decadent trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. So this is you, I guess, Hisayo. My apologies if I get any of the pronunciation wrong. These are Japanese characters, although I do think this is American made. But just like the, you know, it's done in the anime style. Okay, Hisayo. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Ah yes, the note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. He's got a gun! Oh. Hi, Hisayo. You came? Not yet. A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. It's a girl. And they stand there quietly for hours. No. Oh god. Iwanako? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Nope. You dumbass. Damn it, I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic. I agree. Ahem. Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense. I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Wait. So she smiled and you get tense? Calm down. My heart. My heart's pounding now as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself. Hashtag me too. No, it's okay. It's just a heart. So, here we are, out in the cold. Yeah. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. I never heard of someone flinching softly. As it passes, she rights herself as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long, dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder, like the telltale heart. Do you have bodies into the floorboard, Hisayo? My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. Dude, come on. Dude. You see... Oh wait, no, that was her. She wouldn't be hesitating. I wanted to know. What? If you go out with me. A girl asking a guy out? How progressive. I stand there motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point, even though he's only said like maybe 2 sentences. Hisayo? I reach up to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Hisayo! Oh shit. Is he gonna have a heart attack? I think he is. My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which should open in terror. Hisayo! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. Oh fuck. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanako running towards me, all these fade to black. The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Damn. That really happened. Poor dude. All I did was talk to a girl. Talk to a girl and have a heart attack. Got problems. 4 Leaf Studios presents Katawa Shoujo. Oh, cool. Actual animation. Though it'd just be like pictures. I'm not seeing like a crazy amount of animation, but still, cool. By the way, this opening, like the entire like main character has a heart attack while interacting sexually, kind of. is like right out of the, well, there's a show that came out recently, and this game came out a lot earlier than this show I'm about to talk about, but the show that just came out on Netflix called Chambers. I really like it, and it's kind of similar, where the main character has a heart attack and has like a heart condition, and then like weird stuff happens. This one probably won't be as supernatural, this game, but intriguing. Alright. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. Damn. Now I feel bad for making fun. In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word, a foreign alien one that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. Yeah, sure. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I'd already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course, there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. Well, man, next tragedy, people just forget, they don't care. I realized that the only reason I'd gotten so many cards and flowers because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanaka was the last to stop visiting. I don't know much about arrhythmia, but can't you live a pretty normal life as long as you don't do anything strenuous? I don't know. I don't know anything, so don't quote me on that. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. Jeez! But you're still just not happy. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. Why? The hospital. It's not really a place I'd like to live in. Oh wait, the hospital? Question mark? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them. That makes me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people can agree. For the first month or so. Okay, so yeah, this isn't something that you just get over after a week. I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that the surgeries had left on my chest, slowly changed its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. At some point I stopped watching TV, but I don't know why I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism from my situation. What else do you do, man? Except play video games. I started reading instead. Okay. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, in one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. Book fetish. but I love the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly hard to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Did he not have, like, any friends? Like, before the heart attack? Cause, like, yeah, his, like, class, they came, I guess, but, like, he's like, none of them really care, and Iwanako, she stopped, but, like, were they friends before then? It just became, like, doom and gloom so quickly. But what about your parents? I don't know. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through a barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. A barrier of nonchalance, that's my new phrase. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot. So even the book started to, like, be painful and depressing. I get it. Like, a very big change in your life can never be the same. I understand. And just so everyone knows, I know there's a big difference from someone who's, like, born... Well, I guess he was born with his condition, but, like, born with the idea of being disabled, like, you've always been disabled and always understood your limitations, to someone who, like, suddenly, like, their life changed forever, like a car accident made them disabled, or something like him. I get that, and it affects you in different ways, but come on. Sharp and burning hot in the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear, that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely. Well, that's good. And I couldn't even cry anyway. Today the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seemed excited, but not very. I don't know if I can look at a doctor and say that he looked excited, but not very excited. He looked slightly excited, but not really. It's like he is trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. Okay. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. What kind of parents? What the fuck? No. What kind of parent? Like, at least one of them should stay there every day, or like, I don't know, like a cousin? Somebody? Okay, now I feel bad, because these parents suck. We're not gonna bother. We're gonna wait a few days. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comment section below. Is that normal for a parent to just not go see their son for a few days? Yeah, now I'm feeling a little bit bad for him, but still, come on, perk up, man. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There is this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers and setting them aside as if to make a point with the pointlessness of what he just did. Sounds exciting. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Doctor. Doesn't even have a name. Hello, Hisayo. How are you today? How condescending is that? Like, when someone walks into the room, they don't really have to, like, sit down next to you and be like, hello. Like you're a child. I mean, I've definitely had those interactions, so I understand. I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. Smile a little back at him. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. Took you long enough, Doc. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. How about tell me? Jeez. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So, man. Fuck you, Dad. What is it? Tell me. I'm the one fucking taking them. I take it from his hand and look at myself. Thank you. Feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Yeah, the absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seem insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. Cardiac arrest, all different names. I do like the way they blurred it, oh, too many. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contraindication. Am I reading this wrong? Contraindications. I may be saying this completely wrong. And dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life, every day. How many? It's easy to just count how many. I'm afraid this is the best we can do at this point. I mean, you get to leave, dude. What are the side effects? That's what I'd be asking. Not just so many pills. Why so pills? However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Thanks. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Well, yeah, I agree, but you need to ask better questions, Sasayo. To be honest, I don't actually know how old Sasayo is. At the very least, 14, because it seems like every anime stars a 14-year-old. But maybe older, at least enough to, understand, your own, care and what you like about yourself. Maybe not, I don't know. Also, I've spoken to your parents who believe it would be best if you don't return to your old school. What? Now that's fucked up. Don't even ask me? Don't even ask. What? I'm with you, Asayo. Please calm down, Asayo. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Fuck you, Dad, yet again. Calm down. The way he said it tells me he knew full well I wouldn't like it, duh. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever of my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. How about, give me a month to, not do anything school related? And then that would be better than just immediately going to a new school? What kind of doctor is this? So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Sounds crazy. Disabled? What? Am I? Yeah, you might be. It's a 24-hour nursing staff and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. I mean, yeah, if a school like that actually existed, I would say Japan probably would be the one to have it. Because they're, really advanced. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff. You wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Oh no. Already got some ableism. Of course, that's only if you want to go. But we're forcing you. But your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. Oh wait, that's his dad saying that. Yeah, right. We're not really able to homeschool you. You can fucking afford to, sell everything and, get a cure, but you can't, afford someone to teach me? Bullshit. We went out there and we had a look we went out there and had a look a couple weeks back. I think you'd like it. Well, Dad. Looks like I really don't have a choice. Nope. Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. Thank you for talking to me like this is a job application now. I know it's not my dad, but like still, bedside manner's terrible. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it goddamn opportunity. I agree, Hisayo. I'm disabled, and I still think it's just like crazy, and just harsh. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. You should be happy that your like whole life is flipped upside down, and everyone's gone, and no one wants to talk to you, and we don't even really want to see you either. That's why we're shipping you off to this school. Yeah, you should be excited. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one, a special school, that's an insult. That is what I want to say. Just step down. Aw, now hold up. Maybe not. It's not what you think. All the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. Well, that's good to say. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what disability is. Not necessarily, jackass. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. What can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school anyway, but no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know now it's futile. I look around the room feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that'd make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this. The thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. Okay. Well, I think we're finally about to go to school. Nah. Get it? He's holding a heart. Life expectancy, Act 1. The game looked far too pompous for what it was. So, you guys, I think this is a good place to stop for now. This will be part 1. It did kind of take a while to, like, actually get to the school. I know that, like, I guess I appreciate their attempt to kind of, like, flesh out the main character a little bit. I do think it was a little over dramatic, and we didn't really know much about him other than the fact that he liked a girl. But you know, at least we're here now, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do some more. But thanks again, and as always, I will see you later.